Hi, this is Emily Saliers from Indigo Girls, and you're listening to Rainbow Country.
The views and opinions expressed on the following program are those of the producers and or the persons appearing on the program.
Today on Rainbow Country, in Hour 1, the new Canadian documentary, The New Corporation, a documentary that exposes how companies are rebranding as socially responsible and how that threatens democratic freedoms. Plus, Rainbow Country contributor, long-term HIV survivor and activist, Colin Johnson talks about the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic on bathhouses. And in Hour 2, music from LGBT recording artists, independent recording artists, plus voices that you know and love in classic disco, classic 80s, classic house. Stay tuned for Gay Talk Radio right here on Rainbow Country.
Hi, this is Carol Pope.
Hi, I'm Garrett Conley, author of Boy Erased, a memoir.
Hi, I'm Lorraine Segato.
Hi, I'm Gord Depp with the Spoons. You're listening to Rainbow Country with Mark Tara.
Well, hello and welcome to Rainbow Country, as I like to call it, a little gay radio show working to give voice to the LGBT community and beyond. And as always, I am your tour guide through Rainbow Country. I'm producer and host, Mark Tara. By the way, Rainbow Country originates from CIUT-FM in Toronto, the sound of your city, and now proudly in syndication on Bombshell Radio. Love Your Indie, a 24/7 streaming outlet. And real music, real ideas, real people. CKUW-FM in Winnipeg. The Juice, CJUC-FM in Whitehorse. The mighty CKCU-FM in Ottawa. The voice of the Haliburton Highlands, Canoe FM in Haliburton, Ontario's cottage country. Located in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, CFCR-FM. Newfoundland's only alternative, CHMR-FM in St. John's, Newfoundland. And the latest station to carry Rainbow Country, proudly broadcasting to Kingston, Ontario since 1922. CFRC-FM in Kingston. So whether you're listening in the Yukon, the prairies, Ontario's cottage country, Southern Ontario, down to Buffalo, New York, the east coast of Canada, in Newfoundland, or online, it's because of you downloading, streaming, listening, that has taken this little gay program and made it into a syndicated radio show and a #1 LGBT podcast. And last week, Rainbow Country was #4 on Podomatic's Gay and Lesbian chart. So today, in Hour 1, The New Corporation, a documentary from award-winning filmmakers Joel Bacan and Jennifer Abbott. They join me in conversation to talk about their new documentary that is a sequel to the award-winning 2003 documentary, The Corporation. In their new film, by the way, the full title is The New Corporation, the unfortunately necessary sequel. The documentary exposes how companies are rebranding as socially responsible and how that threatens democratic freedoms. And in Hour 2, music from LGBT artists, independent artists, plus voices that you know and love in classic disco, classic 80s, classic house. But at first, Rainbow Country contributor, long-term HIV survivor and activist, Colin Johnson talks about the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic on bathhouses.
I just heard some news, and I'm not sure if the same thing is happening where you live, but because of the whole COVID crisis, a lot of the bathhouses have had to close. This is really concerning because I guess the longer that they continue, chances are more of them will have to close their doors. And let's be honest, they provide such a valuable service to the LGBTIQ community. They're not only places where we go and have sex, but they're also places where we can disseminate information on HIV, condom use. They provide that link, especially to those people who are on the down low. This is the only place that so many of them have to go out and be free. And we know that a lot of people cannot disclose for religious reasons because they don't want to come out to their family or even because their job. It's not everybody who's provided the same protections as so many of us are in so many other countries. So again, bathhouses do provide a valuable resource, a valuable addition to our community. It's where we can be sexually free, where we can expand our horizons. And for so many of us, it's where, for many of us, actually go and actually have our first sexual experience. This being said, it's really, really a sad state because I know that after the HIV epidemic, in many countries, bathhouses were first to close. That was not the situation in Canada, and I suspect it was not the situation in many other countries. But now, because of COVID, because of the issues that we have with close contact and kissing and things like that, a lot of bathhouses have had to close their doors. I personally hope that this will not be a forever situation and, the few that we have left will manage to survive what is going on. But again, maybe, we can help. If there is a bath house in your community, see if you can reach out to them. Maybe you can help by making a small contribution to just get them through the next couple of months. I think they deserve our support because they have been there for us for so long and provided so many of us with that sexual outlet that we have. This is CJ for Rainbow Country. Thank you.
Bill 7, to ban discrimination in employment, government services, and housing, based on a person's sexual orientation, was up for a vote at Queen's Park. Most NDP and Liberal MPPs supported the bill, but without some progressive Conservative legislators' backing, a divisive split could rack the province. 4 PCs decided to break party ranks to vote with their conscience and support Bill 7. Cabinet Minister and MPP Dennis Timbrell did it to show solidarity for his beloved brother, the well-known drag queen Rusty Ryan. And for me, a gay politician who was not yet out, I had to take a stand. We were known as the Gang of Four. I'm former Cabinet Minister and MPP Phil Gillies. The date, December 2nd, 1986, when LGBT rights came to Ontario.
Hi, this is Mo Berg from The Pursuit of Happiness, and you're listening to Rainbow Country with Mark Tara.
Up next, the new corporation, the unfortunately necessary sequel from award-winning filmmakers Joel Bacan and Jennifer Abbott.
The greed economy is killing us.
We are so steeped in this commodification that it's hard to distinguish between being a consumer and being a citizen.
Seeing the documentary The Corporation, it opened my eyes.
Calling corporations psychopaths absolutely had an impact.
Can we take the resources of corporations and get them to focus on the needs of the poorest?
There is no such thing as corporate social responsibility.
They're literally playing casino with life on Earth.
The changes that we feared are coming faster than anybody thought.
It's completely out of control.
Corporations have figured out there are really big business opportunities in these public sectors.
private schools for the poor is a $51 billion a year market.
Take the education system, take the healthcare system.
That's a direct threat to democracy.
Their reach cannot be underestimated. They know everything about us.
If we don't push back, we're going to live in a world in which they are governing us privately through the profit motive.
One of the largest corporate bailouts with as few strings as possible in American history. Shameful.
Global pandemic. What do we do now? Let's do a tax cut.
The pandemic revealed that we need to contain corporate power.
The democracy is trying to breathe. We can't breathe because of the weight of poverty on our neck.
We have not come here to beg world leaders to care. Change is coming, whether you like it or not.
Are you actually going to challenge the power of corporations? This is what the 2020s will be about.
You have to really ask yourself, what was your role in this moment in history?
Joel Bacan and Jennifer Abbott. Hi, how are you both?
We're great. Thanks for having us on.
Thank you for having us.
Well, I always say this, but thank you both for being here to have your voices, your stories be heard by the LGBT community and beyond, especially when it comes to the new corporation, the unfortunately necessary sequel. Joel, let's start here with yourself. In 2003, you released the award-winning documentary, The Corporation, that went on to win the 2005 Genie Award for Best Feature-Length Documentary. The 2003 documentary, The Corporation, what's that documentary about?
Well, what we tried to do in that film, which I wrote and Jennifer co-directed, and I also did a book as well of the same title. And what we tried to do was look at the corporation, not in terms of this or that corporation or this or that industry, but in terms of the actual institutional structure that unite all different corporations, that they all share. And the question that I had come to as a legal scholar was, how does the law create this thing? And what imperatives does it embed within it? And what I had found in my legal research was that the corporation is created by the legal system in a way that it always has to serve its own self-interest, meaning its financial self-interest. And more than that, the legal system confers personhood upon it. It says, it's for the purpose of law, we're going to treat it as a person. And so I kind of thought how those two ideas connect in a very interesting way. Here we have a person that always has to act in its own self-interest. If that person were a human being, we would diagnose it as a psychopath. And so that was kind of the conceit and the premise of the story in the first documentary and book, that we've created this institution in the image of a human psychopath.
And Jennifer Abbott, in 2020, you release the new corporation, the unfortunately necessary sequel. This current documentary is about what?
Well, just to clarify, Joel Bacan is the co-director with me on that film. So really, we were both involved in both films. The unfortunately necessary sequel is a film which really takes the original premise of the first film and expands upon it and explores the corporation as well as the ideology that buoys it and the system it operates within, corporate capitalism, and really explores what has happened in the last 17 years since we made the first film. Unfortunately, why we call it an unfortunately necessary sequel is because really things have only got worse. And that's why we felt compelled to make the sequel. They've gotten worse in terms of the climate crisis, which is now an existential crisis. They've got worse in terms of threats to democracy, as we see the rise of neo-fascism and fascism around the world. They've gotten worse in terms of the gap inequality in wages, as well as inequality generally throughout society and between the North and South. And certainly we've seen the outsized power of corporations grow. So they exert even more power than they did before, and in particular, the high-tech sector. So for all these reasons, we felt compelled, though, we wish it were otherwise, to make the sequel.
So Joel, the documentary, The Corporation, in essence reacted to the legal decisions that defined corporations as persons and gave them the same legal rights as people. And in this new sequel, The New Corporation, how have corporations evolved? In the first one, you said they were psychopaths in 2003's corporation. In 2020's The New Corporation, how do you define corporations currently?
Well, that's a great question. And I think one of the sort of central ideas in our film is that in some ways they haven't evolved at all, and in other ways they've appeared to have evolved. And so the ways that they haven't evolved at all is in terms of that unique institutional structure that we deemed to be psychopathic in the first film. But the way they've appeared to have evolved is that around the time the first film came out in the early 2000s, really shortly after the first film came out, corporations started to say, okay, we got the message. I mean, personally, many business people said to me, thanks for making the film and writing the book. We needed to be told that we were acting in ways that weren't good. So we heard you. We heard the protesters in the streets in the early 2000s in the anti-globalization movement. And now we're going to change our game. Now we're going to become better. And so I think one of the ideas in the film is that they've said that they're going to become better. They have in some ways taken steps to appear better, but really institutionally, they're exactly the same. And in a way, they have deceived us to believe that they're good actors now. And not only that we should sort of get off their case, but also that we should allow them to become governing institutions in society, to take over our schools and our water systems and our healthcare systems. They don't need regulation anymore, they say, because now we're good actors. So in a way, it's like the psychopath has become a charming psychopath, a more charming psychopath. But in the meantime, they're doing things like supporting Donald Trump, supporting other leaders in other sort of populist right-wing leaders, like in Poland, where you've got business interests largely behind leaders that are homophobic, that are transgenderophobic, that are racist, that are purporting and proposing white supremacy. So you have this whole package of populism on the right and cultural bigotry and racial bigotry and gender and sexual orientation bigotry that is actually being fueled by big corporations whose interests these regimes tend to serve. So that, among many other problems, are what we're seeing as a result of this rise of corporate power, but also the way that corporations have seduced us to believe that they're the good guys now.
And Jennifer, when it comes to The New Corporation, what sparked making this new documentary, this follow-up, this sequel? Was there a flashpoint that said to the two of you, we need to make the sequel?
Sure. Well, Joel and I have different experiences with that, and he can speak to his own. For myself, I actually really did not want to make the sequel. And that stems largely from the fact that I was, in addition to co-directing the first film, I was also the editor. And it was such a monster of a film. I couldn't imagine wrestling another monster of a film like it to the ground. I mean, I cut that film from 400 hours of footage. And, I really felt like our critique and our analysis still stood. And I was reluctant too because, sequels often don't live up to the first iteration. So, and also I was in the middle, I'll say, of making another film. So for all those reasons, I was fairly reluctant. And then Donald Trump was elected. And for me, that changed things. For me, the veil came down. The pretense that governments and corporations were acting independently was completely obliterated. We could now see how the system was being rigged in the favor of the plutocratic class right before our eyes. For me, it was that moment when I went, okay, there are now compelling reasons to make the sequel.
And Joel, for yourself, was there a flashpoint for you that said, Jennifer, girl, we got to make the sequel and you have to edit it?
Yeah.
I didn't edit it, by the way. Hallelujah. I did not. That's a good Peter Roick edited the second film, I'll just add. Sorry, Joel.
Yeah, I mean, I was really, really disappointed that Jen didn't want to edit the first film, but as it turned out, we got an amazing editor in Peter Roick who just did heroic work on this film. But I think the flashpoint was probably when I was sitting in the theater at the 10th year anniversary screening of The Corporation. We had a big celebration. We rented a theater. We showed the film. And I was sitting there thinking, wow, the reason I sort of got involved in making that film and writing the book was to slay the dragon of corporate capitalism, or at least to contain it a bit and restrict it a bit. And over the last 10 years, that corporate dragon has become mammoth. It's just grown huge, and it's breathing more fire and more dangerous fire and causing more destruction. And in the meantime, it's kind of appearing as a dragon in sheep's clothing, if there is such a metaphor. But it's kind of shape-shifting into something that doesn't look like a dragon, and that's seducing us to believe it's actually a really nice person. So I thought, this is messed up. And this was at a time when climate change was escalating out of control, racial inequality, discrimination of all kinds, economic inequality. These things were all going out of control. And we started to see the beginnings of this movement of right-wing populism. So clearly the first film had failed in its mission. And that's when I started sort of sketching down ideas for a new book, thinking in the back of my mind that there might be a film as well. And that was around 2014. So that's kind of when the ball got rolling, and it felt like it rolled pretty quickly, even though that was 6 years ago. It's all kind of a blur because it became very intense very quickly. And as Jennifer pointed out, she was making another film at the same time. I was writing the book at the same time and doing my work as a law professor at UBC. So it was a lot of work. And then just to make things more complicated, once we'd finished the film, put it in the can, had our glass of wine to celebrate, the pandemic happened. And we thought, okay, better open the can again and deal with this in the film, because otherwise it's going to be irrelevant. And then we did that and put the film in the can, had our glass of wine. And then George Floyd was brutally killed by police. And again, we thought, okay, we need to deal with this as well. So we opened up the can again and built in a kind of epilogue that dealt with those issues. And we barely made the deadline for TIFF as a result of all that. But it was like the film that wouldn't end. I mean, after that, I said, we're not opening the can again. Unless World War III happens, this is going to be our film.
So when did you finish The New Corporation?
A few days ago. That's what it feels
Not long ago.
like.
We're still in the days.
Not long ago. I mean, we're still. I think we finished it within the last few weeks. Is probably an honest answer to that.
Mm-hmm. So, Joel, you were just mentioning that after the release of your first documentary in 2003, that corporations have gotten even bigger, even more out of control. What do you attribute that to?
Well, I think part of it, and the story that we tell in this film and in the book, and it's the reason why the subtitle of the book is How Good Corporations Are Bad for Democracy. I think part of it is the seduction that the corporate world has been able to do to us by presenting themselves in this way as not only capable with the resources, but also publicly minded rather than simply selfishly oriented. And so they've been telling us that we shouldn't fear their power. And that, I think, has created a narrative that has been picked up by governments that's different than the traditional, what's often called neoliberal narrative of the 1980s. That narrative was markets are great, so we need more markets. But around 2000, as mentioned, with the great protests and pushback against corporate power, that rhetoric wasn't flying anymore. People were saying, hey, markets aren't great. Look what's happening in the world. And so the shift was, okay, well, it's not just about markets anymore. Now we're going to tell you the reason why you should allow us to become powerful and not fear us is because we are good. We are good actors. We are going to save the world. And I think that narrative has worked really well. And a large part of our story in the film is showing how we've been seduced by that narrative to effectively give away the store, to give away our power as democratic citizens.
If I could add to that, I think there's a second parallel narrative. I completely agree with everything Joel is saying. Of course, the flip side of that is, we have been made to distrust government. And that's another theme we explore in the film that I feel was imperative because, since, for the last 40 years, with the rise of neoliberalism, one of its central tenets is, shrink government is bad. And so that has filtered out into the mainstream, and we culturally have come to distrust government. And I think that's a fatal flaw for us if we aspire to democracy. And so that is one of the hopeful elements of our film, is looking at how democracy is being reinvigorated, and also, just the role good government can play in, creating a more compassionate, more equitable, more livable future. I'm not for a second saying all governments are good. Absolutely not. Many are evil and corrupt, and we see many of them today just, enacting enormous harm. But to believe and to aspire to democracy is essential for us if we're going to make progress in so many of these existential crises that we're facing.
Jennifer Abbott, well said. On that note, let's take a break. We will be right back.
My name is Charles Officer, and I'm the writer and director of Invisible Essence, The Little Prince. You're listening to Rainbow Country with Mark Tara.
So this is a new segment I'm calling Rainbow Country Recommendations. So over the course of this show, I've had on some fascinating guests with powerful stories and interesting projects, and they chose to come onto this little gay program to share them with you. So I thought I would spotlight some of those those movies, those films, those books that you just may be interested in. So let's start off with a bit of a history book from author Jen Mannion, Female Husbands. Long before people identified as transgender or lesbian, there were female husbands and the women who loved them. 4.5 stars on Amazon.ca where it's available. Female Husbands from author Jen Mannion. Up next, a movie that made me laugh, made me cry, made me ruin my makeup. And I even said that to my guest, Robert Nagel, the Academy Award-winning stunt coordinator that did the stunts for Ford v Ferrari. Carol Shelby, an automotive designer, and Ken Miles, a race car driver, join hands to build a trailblazing vehicle and compete against the Ferrari race cars. Ford v Ferrari. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 98% audience score. And like I said, I laughed, I cried, I ruined my makeup. So let's talk about some music. The #1 jazz album, Vegas Breeze, from Canadian jazz artist Mika Barnes. And in early 2021, I'm going to have an interview with Mika Barnes himself. His #1 record, Vegas Breeze, and you can find that anywhere you get your favorite music. Next week, a fresh batch of Rainbow Country recommendations.
Hi, this is Michael Anthony Alago, music executive, photographer, author, and you are listening to Rainbow Country with Mark Tara.
Jennifer, when it comes to the new corporation, how long did it take to make this film?
Sure. So there was a period of fundraising and treatment writing, and that took a couple of years. I was not involved in that process. I came on board in 2017, which really was when production started with gusto. Some had been done before, but not a tremendous amount. So 6 years in total, and I would say 3 years of intense production and post-production.
Wow. A long process.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
I have another film also that I'm releasing right now that also took 6 years. So, yes, an intense number of years, right, Joel?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I have to say I've seen the documentary. Well done, well made. It's powerful. It's a little scary at times. But there are some topics, some lines that really stood out to me. The economization of humanity, technology replacing big government. You address COVID-19, even capitalism, to a racial reckoning. Powerful topics, powerful speaking points in the documentary. Joel, after people see the film, ultimately, what do you want them to come away with after seeing the new corporation?
I think as filmmakers, and this is something, a way of articulating it that I owe to Jen. What we're always trying to do is make the normal feel strange, and the things that we take for granted, the sort of ideological fragments that are so pervasive that we don't even think about them. We treat them with the same reverence that we would a concrete curb. We know that if we stick our toe into it at speed, we will stub our toe. And what happens is that ideas that aren't in fact reality. Ideas like, poor people are at fault for their poverty. Ideas like stereotypes about women, ideas about the sanctity of marriage and heterosexual connection. All of these ideas are just ideas. They aren't concrete curbs. But what happens is they take on a patina of being real, and we stop questioning them. And we assume that they are just the bedrock, the presumption of how we run our lives. And I think our job as cultural workers, as critics, as filmmakers, is to force people to, or to at least persuade them to think about those things, to think about whether corporations are the good actors they say they are, to think about whether government is the evil that corporations say it is, to think about whether it's a great thing to have a CEO rather than a president of the United States, to think about all these ideas that run back and forth, to think about where our power lies. Are we really going to change the world by buying organic and riding a bicycle to work, by our individual consumer choices? Or do we need to take seriously the project of collective empowered citizen engagement? And what we're saying in the film is it's the latter, not the former. Really think about where your power lies. And so that's what I want people to do. Now, needless to say, I want them to take that thinking and that critical awareness and think about how they can act to change the world on the basis of it, and how they can act to persuade others to think in the same way. For that kind of critical thinking ultimately to go viral would be, a wonderful result of having put this film and book into the world.
And Jennifer, for yourself, what would you like audiences to come away with after seeing the new corporation?
Well, certainly I would echo much of everything Joel said. We want the film to be a tool that people can use, which empowers them and which makes them feel confident in their, in their feelings, if they have them. And certainly it seems many people do that, there's some things within the system that are so very, very wrong and so very unjust. And, we hope our film gives them the confidence to believe those, that their ideas related to the, just the complete atrociousness, really, of the current system are right on, and to go forward with confidence and take action together. I think that's a very important message of our film. As Joel said, we've been conned in many ways to believe that our power lies as individuals, but really, if we're going to rise and challenge the power of the corporate behemoth, we have to act together and focus on system change. So I'm really hoping that our film is a tool for people to, that empowers people to do that. And, I guess it was a shock to us for our last film. It was really the most unlikeliest of hits. And yet, here's this film about an economic institution, and it takes off internationally. But what I think we learned from that is that, firsthand, is that, films really, really can make a very concrete difference in the world. And, our first film was credited as one of the top 10 films to inspire the Occupy movement. So, I think that we hope that this film can be extremely impactful. Certainly, this moment in time is so critical. And what we do now, will make a difference, that I only hope that it can make a difference.
Jennifer, it's interesting that you mentioned the Occupy movement, because some of the originators are in the documentary, correct?
Yes, that's right. So Micah White, who co-founded Occupy Wall Street with Kale Lawson, is in our film. Yes.
Yeah, and this may be a negative or a positive, but they ultimately said like the Occupy movement was a failure, but out of that arose something more, right? I want to put you both on the spot for a minute to ask you one specific thing that the listener can do to essentially wake themselves up so that they can take back the power rather than giving it to the corporations. What's one specific thing that someone can do, Jennifer?
That's a really hard question. And certainly what we were trying to do with the film was okay, I'll say this. I think if a person can reflect on the ideas that we present in the film, and obviously other ideas elsewhere, there's so many extraordinary books and films, et cetera, that are being created today. But to reflect deeply about the future and to really try to open up the moral imagination to allow a different way of being in the world to emerge, in their consciousness. I don't want that to sound flaky, but I think, corporations and neoliberalism have done a really good job of limiting what we think is possible as human beings and, defining us as, individualist and primarily consumptive and taking away our power really as citizens. And I just think that collectively they're a project that opens up our imaginations to different ways of being in the world will then lead to different actions, which then will lead to different systems. So I hope that wasn't too abstract, but that was one idea I have.
And for yourself, Joel, is there one specific thing that you can suggest to the listener to essentially wake themselves up?
Yeah, I mean, these kind of questions, the one thing question, obviously you're trying to identify one thing that then branches off into many things. So the temptation is to say, well, go run for office or join a political party or go on a march or, and yet those all feel too specific because those are all things that we need to do. So if there's one thing to do, and this I think echoes much of what Jennifer was saying, it's to really think about the concept of what it means to be a democratic citizen and how this film positions that thought process in your own mind. What does this say to you about what you have to, how you should see the world and how you should act in it as a democratic citizen? Forget about, how you are as a consumer or how you are as a brother, a sister, a lover, a relationship, whatever. Think of what that role means. Give it serious thought. Think it through really closely and use our film as a resource, as a guide to helping you in that inquiry. And from that, I think only good things can come and many, many different things.
Well said, both of you. Once this documentary is done, the I guess maybe the virtual festival circuit now in the age of COVID-19, how will the general public be able to access the film? Is it going to go to VOD at some point?
Yes, at some point it will. Oh, go ahead, Joel.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know much about what's going to happen because, and I mean, it's us and every other filmmaker who's on the festival circuit now. We're all kind of like, oh, okay, what happens next? Our theater's going to open. What about Europe? What about the United States? How is this going to roll out? And, there is this sense that, wow, we're in this different world than we used to be in because so much is online. But the online world is so taken up by huge corporate behemoths like Netflix and Amazon. And, I'm not sure they're going to be interested in our project, for example. So So it's a real dance. We have two great producers, Trish Dolman and Betsy Carson, who are engaged in that dance. And fortunately, Jen and I don't have to be in the same way. What I can say with certainty is our broadcaster in Canada is Crave, and this is a Crave original. And so it will be broadcast on Crave. I think the deal is that there's a 6-month window during which its theatrical release happens before Crave broadcasts it. And during that 6 months, normally what would happen is, a distributor would buy the film, European distributors, American, whatever, and it would appear in theaters in different markets. But everything is kind of up in the air now because of the pandemic. And so something akin to a theatrical release or in place of it is going to happen over the next 6 months. And I think we're not sure what that is yet.
Well said, both of you. Joel McCann, I hope I haven't been destroying your name.
You know what? My name is a name that is ready for destruction.
Down with corporations. Joel, Jennifer Abbott, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being on the show, and well done and well made.
Thank you so much. We appreciate your interest.
Thanks, Mark. It's been great talking to you.
The greed economy is killing us.
We are so steeped in this commodification that it's hard to distinguish between being a consumer and being a citizen.
Seeing the documentary The Corporation, it opened my eyes.
Calling corporations psychopaths absolutely had an impact.
Can we take the resources of corporations and get them to focus on the needs of the poorest?
There is no such thing as corporate social responsibility.
They're literally playing casino with life on Earth.
The changes that we feared are coming faster than anybody thought.
It's completely out of control.
Corporations have figured out there are really big business opportunities in these public sectors.
Private schools for the poor is a $51 billion a year market.
Take the education system, take the healthcare system.
That's a direct threat to democracy.
Their reach cannot be underestimated. They know everything about us.
If we don't push back, we're going to live in a world in which they are governing us privately through the profit motive.
One of the largest corporate bailouts with as few strings as possible in American history. Shameful.
Global pandemic. What do we do now? Let's do a tax cut.
The pandemic revealed that we need to contain corporate power.
The democracy is trying to breathe. We can't breathe because of the weight of poverty on our neck.
We have not come here to beg world leaders to care. Change is coming, whether you like it or not.
Are you actually going to challenge the power of corporations? This is what the 2020s will be about.
You have to really ask yourself, what was your role in this moment in history?
The New Corporation, the unfortunately necessary sequel, comes out on digital and on demand as of December. So keep your eyes out for it because it is worth seeing.
I'm Sky Gilbert, and you're listening to Rainbow Country with Mark Terra.
Taking us to hour 2 of Rainbow Country, a song that has become a gay anthem. When it was originally released in 1984, the track reached number 3 in the UK, number 1 in the Netherlands and Belgium, top 10 in Australia, Canada, France, Ireland, Italy, Switzerland, and number 48 on Billboard's singles chart and number 1 on Billboard's dance chart. The song was recently featured in the new Canadian short film, The Archivist. The group, Bronski Beat, and the song, Small Town Boy.
Hi, I'm singer-songwriter Steve Grand. You're listening to Rainbow Country with Mark Tara.
Hi, my name is Joanne Vanicola, and I'm an actor and a writer, and I was first on Rainbow Country with Mark Tara on discussing the massacre at Pulse Club in Orlando. I realized how important it was for our community to have a radio station, specifically for our issues, to talk about people in the LGBTQ community and to provide an outlet for our stories, to discuss our politics, culture, and give voice to the issues that matter to us, and of course our artists and the things that we do globally, and talk about culture. And without people like Mark Tara providing a space for this with a radio show like this, then we wouldn't have that voice. So support, tune in. Thank you.
Hi, this is Police Constable Danielle Botno, also known as LGBT Cop, and you're listening to Rainbow Country with Mark Tara.
This is hour 2 of Rainbow Country, where I feature music from LGBT artists, independent artists, plus voices that you know and love in classic disco, classic 80s, classic house. So if you stay with me, if you stick with me, I hope you think I'm bringing you music worth hearing. Starting us off, something a little different, a 3-song set that goes out to a regular listener, Dustin from Facebook, who brought this to my attention. The passing of 2 musicians from 2 iconic rock groups. Band member Paul Young from the group Mike and the Mechanics passed away on the 15th of July in 2000 of a sudden heart attack. And Benjamin Orr, best known as the co-founder, bassist, and co-lead vocalist of the rock group The Cars, passed away on October 4th, 2000, of cancer. Powerful musicians that may not be with us anymore, but their music lives on.
outside the doorway. Use it only in emergency. Better you should pray to God, the Father and the Spirit will guide you and protect you from up here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me running? just a holiday. Oh, Jackie, what took you so long? What took you so long? I thought you blew away. Oh, Heartbeat City, here we come. And happy days we count on those. And nothing really gets us down. As long as Jackie's back in town. The noise electric never stops. And all you need is what you got. And there's a place for everyone. Under Heartbeat City's golden sun. Oh, Jackie, what took you so long? On just a holiday. Oh, Jackie, what took you so long? On just a holiday. Oh, Jackie, what took you so long? On just a holiday. Oh, Jackie, what took you so long? I thought you knew the way. The noise electric never stops. And all you need is what you got. And there's a place for everyone. Under Heartbeat City's golden sun. Oh, Heartbeat City lights it up. It's getting closer, out of sight. Heartbeat City's on the loose. Better catch the blue caboose. Oh, Jackie, what took you so long? On just a holiday. Oh, Jackie, what took you so long? On just a holiday. Oh, Jackie, what took you so long? On just a holiday. Oh, Jackie, what took you so long? I thought you knew the way.
We just heard Heartbeat City from the Cars. Before that, 2 tracks from the group Mike and the Mechanics, Silent Running and All I Need Is a Miracle. Up next, a 3-song 80s set.
Touch
shirt, drag me in the dirt. I will be your slave, anything you say. I don't ever wanna be eaten alive. my souls, my souls, my souls, my souls, my souls, my souls, my souls.
We just heard Muscles. Before that, Eaten Alive. And starting off the 3-song 80s set, Swept Away. Those 3 tracks from the legend herself, Diana Ross. Eaten Alive features Michael Jackson and produced by Barry Gibb and Michael Jackson. Swept Away was co-written by Daryl Hall of Hall & Oates. Up next, a 3-song electronic set.
Drop dead. Drink the poison, wait for you to die. Drink the poison, wait for you to die.
You mistake my weak for kind. Try to get inside my mind. Take a number, get in line. You're not the sharpest in the shed. All of the cards are in my deck, so play with someone else instead. Thinking about this poison, taking space up in my head. And I keep going back for more. You're not a friend, you're just a threat. Now you got me drinking, trying to forget. Spending all my time rethinking, wishing you dropped dead. It's like I drink the poison, wait for you to die. It's like I drink the poison, wait for you to die. It's my own fault. Hit the asphalt, you're no longer by my side. It's like I drink the poison, wait for you to die. Little baby, don't you sweat. How can I make sure your needs are met? Is there something I can get you? Just kidding, drop dead. But who does all this punish? All this hate that's in my head. I wanna pin this all on you. You're not a friend, you're just a threat. Now you got me drinking, trying to forget. Spending all my time rethinking, wishing you dropped dead. It's like I drink the poison, wait for you to die. It's like I drink the poison, wait for you to die. It's my own fault, hit the asphalt, you're no longer by my side. It's like I drink the poison, wait for you to die.
You did the crime, took the time, you're like poison on my mind. Can't even think about the ways that you've been wasting all my time. Can't even think about the days that I would even call your mind. Can't even think about it as cyanide. Now I treat you like bleach, and my trust you gon' breach. And I think about the way you suck like a leech. A line in the sand, like a sign on the land. I'm divine and command, understand.
It's like I drink the poison, wait for you to die. It's like I drink the poison, wait for you to die. It's my own fault, hit the asphalt, you're no longer by my side. It's like I drink the poison, wait for you to die. Wait for you to die. Drink the poison, wait for you to die. Drink the poison, wait for you. Drink the poison, wait for you. Drink the poison, wait for you to die. I lie awake at night, no sugar plums are on my mind. Been caught up in lost dreams, a future love is out of sight. I know that destiny will always try and set me free. But what I can't contain, there's 7 different sides to me. you really need to meet someone. You worry about yourself, I'm waiting for resolve to come. Thinking about yesterday, better in memories. Can't use up thoughts this way, there's 7 different parts of me. I can move till my heart messes. 7 different sides of me. I can make myself like your friend. 7 different sides of me. I might wanna make plans for 2. 7 different sides of me. I can't keep this up for you. 7. For now, love's on hold, even if it's left for cold. I want to barricade, I can't give up, I won't be told. Forget what reason says, life with no love's no life at all. Guilty, guilty, what to say, there's 7 different sides to me. I can move till my heart messes. 7 different sides to me. I can make myself like your friend. 7 different sides to me. I might wanna make plans for 2. 7 different sides of me. I can't keep this up for you. 7, 7, 7, 7. Sides of me. I can make myself like your friend. 7 different sides of me. I might wanna make plans for 2. 7 different sides of me. I can't keep this up for you. 7 different sides of me. I can move till my heart messes. 7 different sides of me. I can make myself like your friend. 7 different sides of me. I might wanna make plans for 2. 7 different sides of me. I can't keep this up for you. 7 different sides of me. Da da dee, da da da, da da dee, da da da, da da dee, da da dee, da da da. Shell shocked, feel mocked, opened up and only lost. Well, I guess it's time again. Can't take this headache alone and I don't wanna wait. But I guess I read you wrong. Here I go again, crazy in my mind. I open up to you and then my heart gets left behind. Here I go again, crazy in my mind. I think it's love at our first sight, my intuition's blind. Da-da-dee, da-da-da, da-da-dee, da-da-da, da-da-dee, da-da-dee, da-da-da. Undone, dressed up, it doesn't matter what the fuck. I thought that heart would win the game. Unmasked, unfake, be giving crazy take by take. Well, I guess I read me wrong. Here I go again, crazy in my mind. I open up to you and then my heart gets left behind. Here I go again, crazy in my mind. I think it's love at our first sight, my intuition's blind. Wouldn't want me either to turn to in the night. A reckless fool insomniac who never gets it right. I wouldn't want me either. A drunk in plain sight. Heartless, cold, wounded, leaves you lonely in the night. Someone's bound to take the bait. If they don't, I will live on. Won't place my face on someone else's wall of myself more than I don't. Here I go again, crazy in my mind. I open up to you and then my heart gets left behind. Here I go again, crazy in my mind. I think it's love at our first sight, my intuition's blind. I wouldn't want me either to turn to in the night, a reckless fool insomniac who never gets it right. I wouldn't want me either, a drunk in plain sight, heartless, cold, wounded, leaves you lonely in the night. I wouldn't want me either to turn to in the night. I wouldn't want me either, a drunk in plain sight. I wouldn't want me either to turn to in the night. I wouldn't want me either, a drunk in plain sight. I wouldn't want me either, in the night, a reckless fool insomniac who never gets it right. I wouldn't want me either, a drunk in plain sight, heartless, cold, wounded, leaves you lonely in the night.
We just heard I Wouldn't Want Me Either. Before that, 7 Different Sides. And starting off that 3-song electronic set, Poison. Those 3 tracks from Canadian recording artist Corey Stewart. And you can find Corey Stewart on Spotify. Up next, a trans artist set.
Hi, my name is Xavier Rizzi Timain. I am a singer, actor, and pre-licensed transgender psychotherapist. I would describe myself as an advocate and a voice to all those who are voiceless. It wasn't easy coming out twice in Africa, first as a lesbian and then again as a trans man. There were exorcisms, yes, exorcisms to pray the gay away and then later on to pray the trans away. There was bullying, there was suicidal ideation, which sadly is very common in our community. But I am here, and now I use all of my experiences to help others through the lyrics in my songs and as a trans specialist therapist. Please follow me on Twitter, and I'll follow you back. My Twitter handle is @RizziXTimain. R for Roger, I for ice cream, Z for zebra, I for ice cream, X for Xerox, T for Tom, I for ice cream, M for mother, A for apple, N for Nancy, E for egg, @RizziXTimain. And my website is RizziTimain.com. RizziTimane.com. RizziTimain.com. I spell things out because I know I have an accent. Sometimes it's difficult to understand. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Don't care what you say, I am beautiful. So what, I'm different, I'm still beautiful. You can't bring me down, I am beautiful. Got to be myself, and I'm beautiful. Don't care what you say, I am beautiful. So what, I'm different, I'm still beautiful. You can't bring me down, I am beautiful. Got to be myself, and I'm beautiful. Beautiful. make me cry. I am beautiful. Go ahead and stare. I'm still beautiful. You can't make me doubt that I'm beautiful. Got to be myself, and I'm beautiful. You can't make me cry. I am beautiful. Go ahead and stare. I'm still beautiful. You can't make me doubt that I'm beautiful. Got to be myself, and I'm beautiful. Think I'm still beautiful. Please go get a life. I am beautiful. Got to be myself, and I'm beautiful. Who do you think you are? I am beautiful. Who cares what you think? I'm still beautiful. Please go get a life. I am beautiful. Got to be myself, and I'm beautiful. Beautiful. Who do you think you are? Beautiful. So who do you think you are? Beautiful. Who do you think you are? Beautiful. Who do you think you are? Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Who do you think you are? When you ask me if I love you, I will answer yes, yes. If you doubt me, come, I'll show you. Then you'll answer yes, yes. Let's make love until the sun stops shining. Let's make love until the wind stops blowing. Let's make love until the pigs begin to fly. Let's make love until we're both worn out, baby. Don't you worry, 'cause you got me, baby. Don't you worry, you still drive me crazy. Let's make love until the pigs begin to fly. Let's make love until we're both worn out, baby. When you want to feel my loving, just come over. Yes, yes. Come on in, I'll put this on you. Have you screaming? Yes, yes.
We just heard Let's Make Love. And starting off that set, Beautiful. Those songs from trans artist Xavier Rizzi. And you can find Xavier Rizzi on Spotify. Don't forget to keep up to date with all things country, Rainbow Country. Follow me on socials at Mark Tara Music. If you would like to be a guest on Rainbow Country, get in touch. Send me an email, mark@marktara.com. The podcast for Rainbow Country is available on all major platforms. The official Rainbow Country playlist is out on Spotify, and everything is hooked up at marktara.com. Finally, I want to take this time to thank you for taking your time to be with me. Remember, stay well, stay strong, stay safe.
Hi, this is Emily Saliers from Indigo Girls, and you're listening to Rainbow Country.